What's up, everybody? Yo, so back in the shop today. Finally, I've been doing a lot of BMX videos lately, but it's about time to get back to working on a bike. And what better bike to work on than a KX250? You know what I mean? This thing is in perfect condition. It looks like. I mean, it's the cleanest bike that's came in here for sure. Barely any dirt on it. It's just, I mean, the bike's been sitting for a minute. The complaint on this one, the engine's locked up. It won't kick, so we're gonna have to break this one all the way down to the bottom end and see what's wrong. I feel like it's probably the crankshaft, maybe, because same thing that happened to the 85 when mine locked up. But he said he can kick it every once in a while, and it'll kick over, like it'll loosen up. He said, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and look into it and see what we find. But man, this bike is beautiful. I absolutely love it. The green's my favorite color, and this is just a fire bike. It's beautiful. And I mean, what better bike to work on, like I said, than this KX? So let's go and start draining the fluids, make sure everything is good, and then we'll go and start tearing this thing down. So let's get to it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and drain the oil and drain the coolant. I think we found it. Yep. Oh, that's some good coolant.
Hey man, don't you take a day off?
Do what?
Don't you take a day off?
I got a lot to do. What you up to?
What are you doing to this one?
I gotta break the engine down because it's locked up. It won't kick. I think it's in the bottom end. Just like my 85, the little bike. I think it's the same problem. So it should be pretty easy. But it's, like I said, it's a 4-stroke, so it's gonna be a little bit more to it. We'll figure it out.
Oh yeah.
Alright, we got the coolant drained for the most part. I'm gonna put that back in there. I'm going to drain the oil now. Yeah, we're going to take off all the plastics, take out the gas tank, take off the exhaust. We'll just move forward from there. Now we can go and remove the rear brake so we can pull the swing arm out, or the swing arm axle out. And then there should be, I believe, 4 motor mounts. That's one of the motor mounts, was the swing arm axle motor mount right there, and right there. So 3 motor mounts. And then this engine will be out of the frame. We'll be able to put on the stand. beautiful. Just beautiful. Got the engine out of the frame. Not bad timing either. Probably within 4 hours. So I'm getting quicker. I'm getting quicker at this. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Put everything on the shelf, get it organized, and go get some lunch. I'm hungry. I haven't ate all day. We got it up there though, that's what I wanted. I wanted to get that engine on the stand before lunch. Before I ate lunch anyway, so. Let's go, baby. I'll see y'all back after lunch. Peace. All right, so we're going to take the valve cover off and start from the top end cylinder all the way down to the cases. That's probably what we're going to have to end up getting to, at least to the piston, to see what's going on, why it's locking up. But we'll be able to tell a lot by the cylinder itself and by taking the cylinder off and seeing what's going on with the bottom end here. But let's go on and get started. Go and take the cam chain tensioner out and remove all these bolts. We're gonna go and take out these cam gears now, and then there's 4 bolts underneath here. Then we can go and take these 3 bolts out and take the valve stack off. Alright, now we can go and take the buckets out, and then we can go and pull those 4 bolts out. And make sure you get the shims underneath the buckets. And keep up where they go, because it's very important. These valves, if they're out of spec, then the engine's not gonna run right. And that's the valve stack. Yeah, like I figured, it's the crankshaft that's locked up, because this should be coming up. The piston itself, it's not. It's got a serious amount of play in there too. But yeah, that's the top end of the KX250. All right, now we're going to take the stator and flywheel cover off. Go and pull the sprocket off, take the clutch pin out, and then we can go and take the cam chain and cam chain guide out. That is not good. That is metal shavings. We'll pull this nut off, and then we'll go and pull the flywheel off. And then behind there, we can go and get the cam chain and take this guide off also. All right, so we got the flywheel and stator off. We're going to take this cam chain guide off. We're going to pull this cam chain guide off also. We're going to pull the sprocket off, clutch pin out, and then we'll move to the other side. Going to take the clutch components off. This crankshaft is not in good shape at all. Remove the clutch cover, the water pump, kickstarter, and then we can go on and remove this whole cover itself. Sir.
Hey, nice.
Got it off. It was right hand threads. And thanks to my granddad, he's the one that told me. Now what you want to do, you want to clamp this up there on the inner hub and take this nut out. And then we can go and pull the clutch off and take out all the clutch components. And then we can go and move to the other side and take out the bolts and go and split these cases. So we got all the clutch components off. Now we can go and take off the piston, and then we can move to the other side, take all the bolts out, and go and split these cases. Got a bunch of metal shavings around that. Well, we got the cases split now. I'm gonna inspect all the transmission gears. It don't look like they're shaved down or anything. I hope it's not from the cylinder, man. I don't see no broken gears or nothing. But we're gonna go ahead and pull the transmission out, get everything laid out, and make sure it's good. Not all the bearings are good. This bearing right here for the sprocket is jammed up. So he might need a whole bottom rebuild kit, but let's hope not. All right, so all the transmission components, they look good. No metal shavings, no scratches or nothing. Transmission looks great. All right, so we got the cases split. The engine completely broke down. I went over all the parts. We're not looking too bad. The crankshaft assembly was locked up at first, and then it freed up, but it sounds really rough. Like, see, it'll catch in certain areas, and I hate to put this crankshaft back in there. The bearing is really good. All the transmission components, the shift components, they're all good. This bearing needs to be replaced. It's locked up. Every other bearing is good in here. It does need a timing chain because, as you can see, it's all kinked up, and it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be flat and just, you know what it's supposed to be like. It's not supposed to be like that. So the water pump's good, flywheel's good, stator's good. The piston, so that's where the metal shavings came from, right there. I don't know if you can see it too well, but you can tell it's been scratched up. And if you rub your finger across it, it'll get caught. So that's where the metal shavings came from. The cylinder is actually, here, I'll show you where it's scraped. You can see right there the marks where it scraped it, and right there. But the piston, the cylinder, it's actually not in bad shape as I thought. There's no grooves, no cuts, no nicks or nothing in there. So we don't have to replace the cylinder, which is good. The cam gears were good. The buckets look good. The valve stack was good. There was no issues with the valves, which I wasn't expecting no issues with the valves. It might need a valve adjustment after I'm done rebuilding it. But overall, the bike, it needs a little maintenance. There's nothing too major that's wrong with it that we can't fix. I just need a crankshaft, a bearing for the left side case, a piston with new rings, timing chain. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All the bearings on the right side case are good. The clutch is good. All the gears are good. The Shifting components are good, like I said. Probably need a new filter, and we'll get all new fluids for the bike. This is one of the most cleanest bikes that I've had in this shop yet. I mean, and it means a lot when you have a clean bike come in the shop, because I probably look like a a college prep boy. It means a lot when you come into the shop, when you bring a bike into the shop and it's clean, because these bikes are meant to be put in the dirt. They're meant to get dirty, and just, it means a lot when you bring a clean bike into the shop, especially for the mechanic to work on it. It just, I appreciate it a lot. And I know other mechanics do too. So, but yeah, we got all our parts figured out that we need to get to rebuild this engine. Only thing is we gotta wait on parts, which that's the only downfall. But yeah, that'll be it for the bike. This is gonna be part one, obviously. Part two will be the rebuild, getting all the parts and rebuilding this bike back together. But I haven't made a video on a dirt bike in a minute. I've been doing a lot of BMX stuff here lately. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all have a great day, and peace and love to everybody.